So we have watched the Fable event. Technically it was just a Fable event because did they show much else? I don't know, I only cared about Fable, so I only really watched the Fable bits, and I kind of skipped the other bits. Fable is the main attraction, been announced 4 years ago or something now, and we got this kind of 10 minutes overview of Fable, a series that has been forgotten about for so long, and Xbox destroyed it basically by Lion Studios, Lion something, an iconic British studio what closed down, and with it, the death of Fable. Now with 2 and 1 being great games and 3 not being that good, but not that bad to kill a whole franchise. But now, this year, we're getting Fable, but I'm not sure about it. So, let's mumble about it. When they were explaining the different stuff you can do, you can customize your character, the world they're showing, all this kind of stuff. It has that British atmosphere in this game, the humour kind of, even though they didn't show much of it. They said it was there, but they didn't show much of it, even though it's meant to come out this year. What is a slight bit of a, okay, we're saying we're doing stuff, you're not showing much, and it's coming out in autumn. I'd bet money that it comes out at least next year. But looking through this, it seemed okay. You're a hero and your world gets turned upside down. That's all the other stories. Even though the world felt more alive and grungy and Britishy and old-timey in Fable 2 than it did here. In here it looked more, I don't know what, it felt weird. It just felt weird. And then it cut to the gameplay, what just reminded me so much of Hogwarts Legacy. I had to Google when Hogwarts Legacy released, and it was about now 3-ish years ago, I think. Probably enough time to take inspiration from that with the multiple delays of Fable. And there was the gameplay, the whole UD, what it was called. What's it called? UID, no. User interface, and it looked near enough exactly the same. Even how you use the magic abilities, the combat looked exactly the same as Hogwarts Legacy. Even like how some of the things are built feels like Hogwarts Legacy, and all merits to Playground Games. They make really good card games. I'm not a big card guy, and also I know they hired some Lion Studios who made Fable, and they have like a producer who worked on the originals on this, so it's likely that it could be good. But there's two big familiarities there of the two studios that made Hogwarts Legacy and this. I know Hogwarts Legacy isn't kind of controversial as like one, but without thinking about any of that, the gameplay and the story-wise, let's just focus on that. Both studios didn't really make this type of game before. This open, kind of semi-open world type feeling, but had this gameplay and this second game in it, and it feels like they're going towards more like a weird sandbox feeling of a game, and it's I don't know, it just feels so weird. Hogwarts Legacy's gameplay wasn't bad, but the fact that it feels so similar between the two makes me feel like the gameplay of this game is not going to be great. That gameplay in Fable maybe isn't why people play it. Maybe it isn't the big thing, it's the decisions. And going back to that, the decisions and the story in here, your family gets turned to stone and you're off on an adventure by yourself. It sounds good, it sounds okay on paper. Does it have that atmosphere, that grittiness, what was in Fable 2, seeing your parents die or they get sacrificed because you have hero energy? No, this era of Fable, you're a special person who's just in the world as a hero. They focus so much on weird kind of stuff. And then there's the Xbox. There's always the Xbox hanging over the head of all these games. Because it could be a great concept, a great thing, and then it just feels like because it's under the Xbox umbrella, something happens along that life cycle and it ruins the game somehow. It comes out okay, but never great. Fable could shock me, but it just feels slightly off. I don't know what it is. It's just there. I think maybe it is the gameplay just looks rough. The choices looked okay. The system actually in the village of the NPCs knowing your stuff reinvented the wheel kind of thing of just a simple honor system to every character having a kind of personality, but will make the game feel much more alive. But I don't know if you can just kind of dim that down a bit to make the world feel more alive. Saying if every NPC has this personality and this way of looking at you, this name, this thing, it's a big leap for a first game. And if Hogwarts Legacy did it, I'd be worried about that, and it feels so similar. Maybe they'll copy it for the next game if they make it. Surely it will, but nah, Warner Bros. And all that crap. It just feels like it's gonna miss something. Like the Outer Worlds 2 and Outer Worlds 1 kind of did miss something as well. And I don't know what that is. I don't know how they get there. But Fable looks like it will be a good game, but it also looks like it's missing something along them lines. The fact you can technically just do anything you want is a great concept, but it does take you away from this kind of hero element to it. Like, you can basically manipulate a whole village to your liking. Well, it's fun. That is part of the fun of Fable. But have they put too much details in that, and is the gameplay and the quests going to be terrible? As already they've just shown one quest, what doesn't do one quest but no gameplay, because it has a celebrity in it, a comedian, the IT crowd guy. And the big thing is, if you choose to kill him because he takes a potion, he's a giant, you can choose to kill him or choose to let him, and it will manipulate the world. And I remember, I think it was in Fable 3, the big choices didn't make the game feel great. Like the gameplay, the big choices, the stuff you did, you could turn into a king, it just felt a bit weird. And it feels like we are slightly going down that route. I think it's feeling too much like Fable 3 than 2 or 1. I think because they're trying to go bigger rather than just, we haven't had a Fable game in 15 years maybe? So don't reinvent the wheel, just give us the wheel, make a great wheel, and then make a perfect wheel, what is bigger and better than the last wheel. Don't reinvent the wheel before even inventing the wheel. That's what I'm trying to say. And it feels like that's what they're doing here. They have this big mechanical system in place, what it looks like. You can do all this, but can you do the basics? Because I haven't saw the basics that much. It feels like we should have saw a bit more of the basics. Like they bringing back old villains, old enemies, what is good. But the fact the gameplay looks so kind of crap. It looks like the world, even though they're doing this NPC thing, it kind of looks like the world is empty to a fact that there's a mushroom land, some farms. I'm just unsure about what this is now. There's so much passion behind it, but they didn't even really show much of the dialogue or anything. And it's like they're saying, there was a little thing, they're saying it's rich twat or something, and it's like, oh, that's a very British comedy thing. So why haven't they shown more of it? I've heard the accents as well. The accents... You're awful. This is a British studio, and the accents still sound a bit rough. I don't know. I feel unsure. I thought I'd make this video because I am unsure about Fable, and it used to be a big part of my kind of gaming life. I remember it, kind of don't remember that vividly anymore, actually, thinking about it. I need to replay it. But it just feels like when you went into the Fable games, you did these quests, you had this humor, you had this writing style. The gameplay was not basic, but it was kind of basic, and I suppose that will work, but you do need to just kind of perfect that now, because what gameplay will make it feel good? I don't know, because it hasn't really got that core gameplay, what people want these days. I don't know what people want these days anyway. What makes a great game now? But if you think back to Claire Oscar 33, the gameplay was good, but it was basic. It's turn-based gameplay. What is kind of basic on paper. Obviously, it's complex to make, but it's basic. And the hack and slash stuff maybe could just work. Hogwarts Legacy wasn't great gameplay. Because you're in that world, it felt different. So maybe that's where they're going. Just the fact, though, we haven't so much. It's coming out in October. It's by Xbox. Makes all the things feel like, ooh, this is it's a bit iffy. A bit iffy. I'm not sure about it. What do you think? Did you like the showcase, the 10-minute showcase since release and autumn? Comment below your thoughts, and I will see you on the next Mumble.